Hello everyone, it is Rivka Malka Perlman here to catch you up on the Geula gatherings. I'm going to tell you what's happening from the beginning all the way up until now so that you are completely in the know. You don't miss out on anything. We are 1 week before February 26th and the world is shaking. So we're going to go all the way back to the beginning. Back to the beginning was 7 years ago. Yes, 7 years ago. 2012, I was blessed to speak at an Avas Yisrael event. This was a Jewish unity event. It was initially started by Tzipora Harris, my dear friend, who I didn't even know at the time, and I was a speaker there. I made a promotional video. This was someone else's event, not my own. On this video, I said, sisters, we must unite. We must cry out to Hashem. We must cry out to God. We must unite. This video somehow was taken off of YouTube and posted on WhatsApp. And you know, on WhatsApp, there's no dates. And so people saw this, me looking 7 years ago, saying, sisters, we must unite. We're making an event February 26th. Be there in Baltimore. Be here February 26th. Let's make a big ruckus in heaven. And they started to email me and to say, we also want to make an event like this. We want to come to your event. We want to live stream your event. Please, this sounds so important. And so, by the grace of God, I took the cue and I said, okay, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the Almighty, you want us to gather in unity for Geula, for redemption. We say yes. Who in the world could plan a perfect date for world unity? Not me, but the mega event planner has done the job for us, and he set the date, February 26th, which is Chaf Beis Adar, which is 40 days before the month of Nisan. And so I made another video, which you may have seen, which basically said, it's happening. We're going to do it, and I don't know how. This is, he's in charge, not me. Somehow it's going to spread. And what are these gatherings anyway? Okay, that's coming up. We're going to tell you. Right around that same time, I had made another video, not knowing that this whole WhatsApp thing would erupt. And this other video was just a message from my heart that I felt I must say. And the message after a particularly holy experience at one of the redemption retreats was, women, it's time to gather. The Geula is near. And I explained many, many things about the gathering, about the release of shame, about the connection to Hashem, about the connection to Miriam Hanaviah. And you can look at that video. It's called Women, It's Time to Gather. These two videos, they combusted together, and they sparked the yearning in the hearts of Jewish women everywhere. Now, this yearning had already been there. It was just waiting. And so the minute all this happened, women came forward from Brooklyn, from Cincinnati, from Cleveland, and they said, I want to make a Geula gathering. I want to make a Geula gathering. And one by one, they set about their plans. At that point, none of us knew what this gathering would be. What is a Geula gathering? We don't know. This is a new entity. And it's taken almost this whole month to flesh out what a Geula gathering actually is. Now, before I tell you what a Geula gathering actually is, I want to tell you what happened behind the scenes as we were getting this together. I had women coming forward to do graphics for free, women coming forward to make a video for free, to connect with Yamima Mizrahi for free, to get haskamas with their own effort. We have women running social media, women running WhatsApp chats, people running a website. Everything is happening with the generosity of the heart, the Nediva slave, a massive army for Hashem, a massive army that's working in Shalom. And we know that Shalom and Avas Yisrael is the glue, it's the engine, it's the everything that's going to open up the door for the Geula. And that Avas Yisrael, that working together, it's literally happening now. Anyone who has any resource to offer is offering it to the next person. A small example, I made a Geula gathering at gmail.com email, and before I knew it, I was overwhelmed. So I got in touch with someone who I never even met, and I said, perhaps I met her once, and I said, can you take this over? Yes. Someone else, I said, we've been getting all these haskamas. Can you please compile them on a Google Doc and send them to the webmaster? Yes. So it continued, everyone working beautifully together. This Geula gathering is under the guidance of Rav Moshe Weinberger, who in his expression to me told me, Absolutely, Hashem, the Almighty, has been waiting thousands of years for this to happen, and this is certainly the light of Geula that you're experiencing, certainly. And there are going to be obstacles, and you just keep going past the obstacles because none of them matter. It's all an illusion. What the women are doing is the Holy of Holies. And someone else got in touch with Rev Pessin, who is the Gabbai for Rev Chaim Kanievsky, and had not one but 2 meetings with him to get brachos and guidance on what needs to happen at these gatherings. So we are in beautiful spiritual shape. All the women on board, the holy, holy, holy women, all the Das Torah on board, working together, understanding that what's happening now is critical. Okay. 3 more things you need to know. Number 1, what is a Geula gathering? Number 2, how do I get involved? Number 3, where are these gatherings taking place? Okay, what is a Geula gathering? It is an evening of tefillah and song, an expression of yearning for the Geula. That's what it is. How is the evening structured? Every place is a bit different, but the general structure is an opening, a getting comfortable, and then a video, which we have put together for every community, followed by an inspirational talk, a hisorus by a speaker in that community, followed by tefillah, prayer, followed by songs from the heart and a yearning, and moving into dancing. At the beginning, people were very wary. They said, oh, the women want to sing and dance? Like, what is this kind of party that's happening? We feel a little bit nervous. But as this has been expressed again and again to each Rav, they have said, absolutely, the song is so important. And the dancing is following in the footsteps of Miriam Hanaviah, Miriam the prophetess, who gathered the women in preparation for the redemption. She polished her tambourines. There are actually thousands, I don't know the exact number, I don't want to make it up, could it be hundreds? I believe it's thousands of tambourines being ordered. Some have a picture of the Beis HaMikdash on them, because we are indeed the generation that is coming out of exile and into Geula. We are the reincarnation of the generation of Yetzias Mitzrayim, and we know that. So that is what a Geula gathering is. Some of these gatherings are very large, and some are very small in people's homes. Some have hundreds of people. Some are online. It really doesn't matter. Here's what matters. On that night, a great light will be available for us. Do I know why? I don't know why. I have been working day and night because I just know from the tremendous Hashgacha Pratis, the divine providence, the hundreds of people involved, the way that it has gone up and up and up the ladder in the Jewish world, I know that a great light is coming down, and all that is there for us to do is to be there and catch it, to bring ourselves to it. So that is what a Geula gathering is. Now, where are these gatherings take place? I will give you a list off the top of my head. This is not a complete list. Where you're going to find a complete list is geulagathering.com. Anyone, any single person that wants to make a gathering can and will be provided with the resources. These names that I'm going to mention are just people and places that have said, okay, I'm in, because they knew about it. Surely if you knew about it, like you're finding out about it now, you're going to say, I must make a Geula gathering. Then you go to geulagathering.com and register, and we'll send you everything you need. Truthfully, you need nothing, but we have nice resources for you. We have a nice video. We have a nice tefillah. You'll be part of the team. Okay, off the top of my head, here are some places. I'm going to count on my fingers. There's really over 65 so far. LA, Woodmere, 5 Towns OL main group, Cincinnati, Cleveland, Chicago, Sweden, Gibraltar, Moscow, Uman, Renana, Beit Shemesh, the Kotel, Ma'ale Adumim, Efrat, Hever Rachel, Baltimore, Brooklyn, Queens, and Chicago. That was 20 off the top of my head. There's a lot more and more, and there's going to be more. There will be more. Up until now, we didn't even focus on spreading it. All of these thousands of women have gathered literally grassroots, which is what I like to call heaven roots. The heavens gave us the roots and we grabbed onto them. This is the first time in this entire month that I'm standing on video to tell you about it, because it has been so busy. So much has happened, but now is your time to get on board. With 1 week left, Torah Anytime is behind us, as is Shabbat.com. Torah Anytime will be live streaming the main event where I will be in Brooklyn, and you will be able to be a part of this event on Torah Anytime on February 26th, Chaf Beis Adar. Magazines and newspapers, they are curious about it, but not all of them are even catching on to how big this is. So if you have a connection to a magazine or a website, you tell them, this is a historic event in Klal Yisrael. This is what the Sfarim are going to talk about one day. That this wild thing happened, that out of nowhere, in a yesh me'ayin way, from nothing came something. Nobody can understand how it even happens, how it's happening. I spoke to Rav Pessin, who was Rav Chaim's Gabbai, and he's like, oh my goodness, these holy women, this sounds like the work of 600 people. When I told him just what I was doing, I'm not doing the work of 600 people, but just the enormity of what has been done. Whoever can write articles is writing articles. Whoever can make graphics is making graphics. It's all coming out. Whoever can sing is bringing their voice and their music to these events. What else can I tell you? How can you join? Go on to geulagathering.com and sign up. Make sure to put your name also in the subscription box, because I believe in my heart of hearts that this is just the beginning, that the women gathering is critical, and it's going to happen more and more. Now, the essence of the gathering and the expression of yearning, pardon me, I'm going to just stop that for a moment. That is how busy it is around here. Don't worry, we're not even editing that out. We are right here with you. This is nonstop all day. This is the whole world. The essence of this gathering is Ahavas Yisrael. We're going to heal the part of our hearts that even has a question that me and you are separate. We are all one. Like it says, the only way that there can be true cooperation and love is when we all stand under the banner of heaven, when we come together as a Kehila L'Shem Shemayim. So we are going to be working and focusing on the unity that we'll experience there, and also give you resources to continue working on Avas Yisrael and on closeness with Hashem in the coming 40 days before Rosh Chodesh Nisan. All right. Thank you everyone for listening. I look forward to seeing you on geulagathering.com. If you have any particular questions, send it to geulagathering@gmail.com. All right. Thank you, Torah Anytime. Bye-bye.